If you have knee pain, then you should probably stop squatting, going up and down the stairs, at least doing it the wrong way, because it's probably hurting your body. Today, I want to share with you the 3 reasons that you have knee pain and how to fix it. And this is my mom right here. She's going to help us demonstrate. And we're going to focus on teaching you how to do a sit to stand with perfect form. So that way we can hopefully reduce your knee pain in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So follow along, okay? So put down your phone or tablet somewhere where you can see it, and make sure you follow along as I take you through these 3 fixes. And make sure you pay close attention to how your knees feel as you change the way you move. Okay, are you ready? To start, let's just have you do a sit down and then a stand up from a chair. Perfect, just like that. Now, I want you to take a moment to rank how difficult and how painful that was on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 meaning that it was easy and pain-free, and 10 being nearly impossible and excruciating. All right, now let's address the 3 most common causes of knee pain and show you how to fix them. The first problem that we're gonna fix is putting your weight on your toes when you're doing things like a sit to stand rather than your heels. And this is really important because when we shift our weight to our toes, it sends a message to our body to fire the muscles around the knee joint. And while this sounds like it's a good idea, these muscles are a lot weaker than the muscles of your glutes and your core and even your hamstrings all working together to facilitate that movement. And so what we want to do is we want to learn how to shift the weight back to our heels instead, because it de-emphasizes over tightening these muscles, and then it starts to emphasize using these muscles more. And I promise you, this simple movement is going to make your knees feel so much better. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to start in front of a chair with your toes slightly outside of hip width and slightly turned outward like this. If I draw a line down from the outside of your hip, it's probably going to land right at your heel, again with your toes slightly turned outward. Now the first thing I want you to do is shift your weight forward to your toes, and then go ahead and start to sit down and bend through the knees and feel how that feels on your knee joint. You feel your quads firing, you feel your knee feeling like it's almost compacting, right? Now come back to this tall position. Now all I want you to do this time is shift your weight back to your heels, push your butt back, and go ahead and just bend your knees again. Now what do you feel? You feel a lot less emphasis on the knees, a lot more stability in the knees, and a lot more of your hips doing the work. So you can go back and forth to just feel the difference. Forward on the toes, ouch, that hurts my knees. Backwards on the heels, wow, that feels so much better. So whenever you're doing things like walking upstairs or standing up from a chair, make sure that your weight is in your heels. But this brings me to the second mistake. The second thing that we're going to address is that you're probably using small muscle groups around your knees rather than big muscle groups around your core and your hips, okay? And we already talked about this in mistake number 1, but when you utilize your quad muscles, you actually can compact and pull your knee joint together. Sometimes people end up with pain inside their tendons around their kneecaps too, because they don't know how to use the rest of their body effectively. So what we really want to do is we want to encourage your body to use these muscles right here, your glutes, which are the strongest muscle of your lower body, and then we want to use all the muscles of your core. And I'm not just talking about these 6-pack abs right here. I'm talking about all the muscles that surround your core, even all the muscles that surround your lower back. When we use the glutes and these muscles together, it makes standing up from a chair a whole lot easier. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start in the same exact position that you were just in, and we're going to shift the weight forward to our toes, and we're going to start to sit down in the chair, keeping an upright posture, and go deeper until we just don't want to do it anymore. Now don't go into the point where you're hurting yourself, but you'll really notice that when we do this, we cause a lot of knee pain. And again, that's because we're focusing on these muscles right here, extending the leg, rather than the muscles back here, helping to extend the hips. So the way to fix this is we're gonna shift the weight to the heels, we're gonna push our butt back, and this time I want you to imagine keep pushing your butt back. Your weight's all the way on your heels, bring your arms out forward if you need to for support, and then slowly come down. Now to reverse this motion, what I want you to do is bow forward, bring your belly button between your thighs, push into your heels, and then focus on extending your hips forward rather than pushing your knees forward like this. This little shift can make a huge difference on how your body feels when you sit down and stand up from a chair. I'm going to add one more thing to this too, because we want to get the core involved. So before we go down, I want you to take a big belly breath in and tighten your core down as you come down, and then we're going to exhale at the bottom and then reverse the motion. Good, hold it, and then relax for a second, and then a big breath in. Squeeze the core, push the heels down. Good. And stand up, just like that. By creating more intra-abdominal pressure and core strength, it should make this movement a whole lot easier and make it so much safer for your body. But let's focus on the third mistake that people make, because this one is a make or break movement for your knees. The third thing we're gonna fix is the alignment of your knee joint, because most people, when they have knee pain, their knee doesn't go the same direction as their toes. If you follow this one simple rule where you look down at your thigh and you imagine there's an arrow extending beyond your knee, if that arrow goes right down the middle of your foot like this, then your knees are in a really safe position. But if for any reason it's caved in like this too far, or even if it's pushed out like this too far, you're probably gonna end up hurting your knee. And the reason why is the knee joint is a hinge joint. It's designed to go forward and backward smoothly like this. But if we apply lateral or rotational pressure, meaning twisting or going from side to side, then what happens is we grind down on the meniscus, on the ligaments, and we end up developing poor movement patterns which hurt our knee in the long run. So we want to focus on making sure that your knee goes the same direction as your toes whenever we're doing any sort of lower body movements. So for the sit to stand, we're going to follow the first two pieces of advice by shifting the weight back to the heels. Now pushing the butt back, taking a big belly breath in, and this time look down at your thigh bone and push your knees out and make sure your knees are going the same direction as your toes. Now take that big belly breath in and stand back up. Don't let the knees cave in, push them out the whole time. Good. What you'll notice is likely as you go to sit down and stand up, you'll have these wobbles where your knee wobbles in like this. We really want to smooth the movement out and tame those wobbles because those are the movements that are causing our knee to grind and not feel good in the first place. So every time you sit down in a chair and stand up, try to make sure you look down and make sure that knee is going the same direction as your toes because it's going to make it a whole lot safer and it's going to make you a whole lot stronger. Okay, now let's put it all together and try one more sit to stand to see how your body feels when you've fixed these three things. So start by shifting your weight back to your heels, then push your butt back and take a deep belly breath in, engaging your glutes and core. Now slowly come down while pushing your knees out, making sure they're going the same direction as your toes. Great job. And now we're gonna bow forward from the waist, take another big inhalation in, squeeze the core muscles, press into the heels, make sure the knees are going the same direction as your toes, and stand up just like that. Nice work. Can you feel the difference? Take a moment right now to rank how difficult and how painful that was after these three changes on a scale of 1 to 10. Thanks, Mom, for helping people move their bodies better. Now, if you made any improvements at all in how your knees feel with just these three simple moves, then guess what? You can make so much more improvement in how your body feels by following along to a movement and stretching routine that uses the right movements for your body, teaches you how to do them the right way, and ultimately helps you move your body better so that you feel better in your body. Because that's what we're all about here at WeShape. If you want to try it out, all you have to do is click the link below.